ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, had me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I'll do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Add it up, told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what, told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me, it's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck, country heart, I'ma cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm backed up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying Carhartt, cards to get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault, I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Add it up, told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what, told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me, it's not adding up. Add it up, told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what, told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me, it's not adding up. On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Pray up. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. Keep the same energy. Work on being better when I'm 70. Your drip is just a water spring. You know I drip different, this is 7 seas. I deal with life different, make that limit squeeze. Went off for my style and identity. Better bounce back and get the cheddar cheese. I guess that's why they envy me. On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Pray up. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. I got his band like I'm Barry Bonds. Running through the money, but the money's long. I don't love it, but I need it, keep it coming on. Only friendly, me and friends, we don't get along. I put that on my name, that I put them on. I put myself on stage and say sing along. I might book a session, do 100 songs. I'ma let you hear them just to prove you wrong. On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Pray up. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. Pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up. Ooh, I've been on the flex since flex zone. Neighborhood all in your eardrums. I ain't never scared like Bone Crush. Boy, I got God, don't fear none. take no calls. Feels like I don't have no flaws. Snakes in the grass, cut those off. Yo, squad shady, my bros raw. No breaks, we go. Throw shade, that's a no. Go high, go low. Like spinning in a 644. Cash money like 504.
Let's go. Yes, sir. Yo, thank you guys for a couple extra minutes while we getting stuff set up over here. Welcome in. Let's freaking get it. What's up, though? Happy weekend. Happy NFL draft weekend to all of you. Happy college football playoff 12 team to all of us. Big day. We're in season 6 of the Marshall Dynasty. If this is your first time here, by the way, I'm Kimbroplays, and we have used the Dynasty tool to develop a 12-team playoff bracket. That is what we have going on today. That's what we're going to be taking a look at. It's going to be wild. I'm slightly stressed, but I'm fired up. So thank you guys for being here, and I appreciate the heck out of you. Welcome in. Good to see you guys. What's up? Mike, Kangwin, my boy Only Franks, everybody else just lurking, hanging out. I appreciate you guys. Mad love to you. What's up? I'm looking in my computer here real quick. I'm going to try to find the graphic that we used and what the deal is for the 12-team playoff today. I'll use the thumbnail that we made for today's stream. We can use that as a reference. Let me know if you guys can see this. You should be able to. Yeah. So that's what we're looking at today. 12-team playoff. Marshall, number 1 seed, 13-0. Back-to-back national champs, looking to go 3 straight. You got Pitt. The Pitt Panthers came into the number 2 seed, which is crazy. 11-1. They were the beneficiary of North Carolina losing to us in the ACC title game last episode. Illinois, the Fighting Illini, coming in as the number 3 seed. Big Ten champions, 11-2. Actually, wait. I think Wisconsin was the Big Ten champion. I'm drawing a blank. I think they beat Wisconsin, or Wisconsin beat them by like 1 point, right? Somebody will have to watch the last episode just to make sure. That would make sense. But I can't remember. But regardless, Illinois is in at number 3. Wisconsin in at number 4. That's your top 4. Those are your first round buys. Pretty crazy. So we got the first round buys. And we will be taking on someone in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl today. So let's look at the rest of the bracket. You got in the 5-12 matchup. 12-1 TCU. I'm assuming the Big 12 title champions. Going up against the 11-2 Florida Gators, which is going to be, I think, a pretty good game because Florida's got a decent roster. On the other side, the 6-11, you got Cal, 9-3, going up against 9-3 Nebraska. And it's pretty cool that these 3-loss teams are getting a chance, right? I think that's super fun. We're going to see that this year in real college football for the first time. I'm super excited for that. So, yeah, so we got Cal and Nebraska in the 6-11 on the other side of the bracket. Then in the 7-10, North Carolina, who we just beat, 11-2 against 10-3 LSU, the 10 seed. So that should be a pretty interesting one because I know LSU was pretty good in the SEC this year. So very interesting going on. And then in the 8-9, North Carolina State and the Florida State Seminoles. So 2 ACC teams, both teams we've played and beat this year. So no matter what happens, no matter the outcome, we are going to have a rematch in, I think that is, was that the quarterfinals? Yeah, the quarterfinals, which is insane. That's going to be so funny and weird and quirky. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope we get a good game. I hope we get a good matchup. And that is what is on deck today. I wanted to make sure I showed that graphic so you guys saw what was going on, because I don't think when I'm in the menus we get a good look at that. So, new haircut for Kimbro? Yeah, I mean, I just took a little extra off the top. I've been rocking the fade on the side for quite some time, but today I wanted to make sure that I had the summer thing going. It's starting to get warmer. Might as well just trim that stuff down. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I've been at. I hope you guys have been well. Thank you for tuning in. If you guys are watching the VOD, I appreciate you. If you're live in the chat, thank you for hanging out. Make sure you guys like the stream, like the VOD. I'm really looking forward to the new college football game and letting people know that this is what we do here in the community, and this is kind of where our passion lies. Liking the stream, liking the VOD helps spread the word to other people, so I appreciate y'all. All right? Okay, so we're back in NCAA 14. It says we play number 2 Pitt. The way that this Dynasty tool works, it sort of requires us to sort of simulate and then go back into the tool. So I got to be sure I don't fuck this up because it's kind of a little bit tricky. But I'm excited for it. So let's go through the menus here just to make sure nothing crazy is going on. Oh, let's recap. By the way, if you missed it at the end of the last episode, our boy Casey Smith came from the bottom. Like, he was ranked 5th going into the final week to take the Heisman Trophy. And big storyline. I haven't played this game in like almost 10 days, and I've forgotten what's going on. Huge storyline in this one. Andrew Adams, QB1, going to be questionable for the playoffs. Has broken ribs. If this was the real game, obviously we would have the big break between the end of the season and Christmas, and then we would have an initial bye week. So I think he would be probable by the time the game actually got played. But in this game, due to the way the Dynasty tool works, we don't get that time. So I think he might miss the game, which is going to be crazy. So it's going to be Casey Smith right, Casey Smith left. You know what I'm saying? My boy Frank in the chat says, I don't like the idea of playing a team you've already played. Seems a bit trap-ish, and that is very true. We're going to have to be very careful, especially without quarterback 1, the guy who's really orchestrated this whole thing to get us here. So it is going to be a wild one for sure. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, how do I do this? I think I'm supposed to. Actually, I might read the tool. Here's some of the other like bowl games, but these aren't really right because it doesn't take into account the 12-team playoff. This is my first time doing the 12-team playoff, so I gotta take a look at how this works. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We'll go back. I'm gonna swap screens here real quick. I'm gonna switch to this screen so you guys can see what I'm doing, and then we're gonna go to the Dynasty tool, which is right here on top. Hopefully you guys can see that. So this Dynasty tool is a part of the college football revamped sort of like whole system. And this is so dope. They did such a great job with this. You get a chance to add custom logos. You can fix broken and corrupted files. You can actually edit the polls if you feel like the polls aren't getting it right. I haven't touched that. So this has been just chalk in terms of the rankings and the college football seeding. But here's the CFP part. So we'll go in here. I don't want an 18 playoff. I want a 12-team playoff. Where the hell is that? Wait a minute. Where's my 12-team playoff option? It's supposed to be right here. And it's missing. All right, I'm going to have to do some investigating because that is supposed to be showing us that. So, okay, in the meantime, here's what we'll do because I'm very curious. Let's pull up ESPN and look at the draft. I want to see where we are with the draft. All right, so let me go back to the game real fast. Go back to me. I'm going to pull up the other version. I think I have 2 versions of the Dynasty tool, and I want to make sure I have the correct one. If I have the wrong one, that's not going to be good in terms of where we are. Because I got to be able to like you have to be able to like sim correctly. So I don't think we're in trouble yet, but I'm definitely going to need to do some massaging to make sure that I get this right. So in the meantime, let's look at. I'm going to look at the draft cast because I have not been able to watch much as I was prepping in the last like 20 minutes or so. So let's take a look at where we are in the draft. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it. It looks like Malachi Corley went at the top of the 3rd round to the Jets, to the Jets, Jets. Trey Benson, Brandon Coleman, Junior Colson of Michigan finally got picked up by the Chargers. My Brownies are still a handful of picks away, probably a little under 20. So that's kind of what we got going. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the draft and your team's been hitting it. But yeah, this is good stuff. So we'll keep an eye on that throughout the stream as well. Okay. I got to get back to... There we go. So I have the Dynasty tool. and I'm curious if I just like used the wrong one or what the deal is. Because I'm supposed to be able to access the 12-team playoff. That's part of like, I already did it. Clearly, I created the graphic you guys saw. So it already worked. And like all of a sudden it's like not working. So I don't know what the heck happened there. Browns pick at 85. Yes, that's right. So we got a little bit to go until the Brownies pick. Honestly, we took a defensive tackle in the first at 54, and I'm totally content. He's a Buckeye. Gonna absolutely push for snaps early. It's exactly what you're looking for. So, all right. So I'm getting the same error. I'll show you guys what I got going on here. On my desktop, I have like a Dynasty tool. For some reason, it's like not updating to a 12-team playoff. It's very weird. I've never had it do this before. Like I said, I just was messing around with it to create this image. It let me do a 12-team playoff right here. So I haven't touched this since the last time I played the game. So let me see, maybe in the poll editor. I don't think that's it. It says version 1.0. So let me see. Maybe it's in my files. I don't know. We'll see. I got to figure out what the heck happened because it's the whole thing. Peep that Valheim icon. Yes, sir. We got Val still up. Still in here. Okay. This folder is the Dynasty Tool 2.0. This is the one we want. And I don't know why it's not on my desktop. And maybe it is. Oh, I think it is. It's right here. Wait. Look, y'all. I'm fucking tripping. There's the red text. This says Dynasty Utility Tool. This is the one I want. Wait, you guys can't see it. Long story short, it looks like this. Here it is. It's this little blue football. How do you not have a Buckeye background? Just a Windows logo? Frank, I have a very good reason for that. I found this logo or this background and I picked it because I was utilizing some footage for some of these products. So Frank knows this. You guys don't know this, but long story short, I've been getting some products sent to me. And companies have been asking me to do reviews. So you guys probably get a decent look at that. That's the brand new Logitech MX Brio, which is a 4K Logitech webcam. They sent me this and told me, hey, make a video and we'll give you $20. And I was like, okay, bet. But part of the rules was you're not allowed to have any logos in your video, no images, no graphics. So my old desktop had all kinds of stuff, and I've used my name, graphics of mine, sports. So I had to find something that was like clean, but also wasn't going to get me in trouble. And I only filmed like the top half of this screen because the webcam was sitting at the top of my monitor. So I had like a good looking blacked out background, but I couldn't use anything with logos on it. So that's why I've got kind of a basic background. Okay. I found it. I figured out what we've got going on. So this is the tool we need to use. I'm going to open this and you guys will see what's up. So here we go. This is the Dynasty tool I was looking for. The other one is like 1.0. And here's what we need. We need 2.2. And so the Dynasty tool. So here's what we got. So you have a year changer. First of all, that's sick. You can like change the start time of your year or of your Dynasty if you're starting a new one, which is a really cool tool. So they've done an awesome job with that. You can swap out certain teams. So if you made a team that's in the FCS, you could bring them into the FBS, right? Like it says here, like Grambling State, for example, North Dakota State, you could like elevate a team, which is pretty sick. Season mode, you can update the top 25 like we talked about, or you can change your college football playoff, which was what we're going to do. In the off season, you can take a look at tinkering and messing with the NFL draft declaration. And then the player progression tool is like the tool we've been using every offseason to like more realistically capture how players get better in the offseason. Because the way NCAA14 just works straight out of the box is a little bit broken. So anyway, yeah, so this is a super cool tool. It even keeps track of NFL draft history. Like I was in here messing around with this. Check this out. This is last offseason. as we saw James Fuqua get drafted first overall. Josh Hardiman went in the 3rd. John Bass went in the 3rd. Pretty dope. It keeps that for you. My boy Jay Payne in the chat. Good to see you, my brother. How you been? It also keeps track of the year, right? So John Bass was going to declare the year before and then ended up staying. James Fuqua ended up staying. We had Rasheen Ali not get drafted. This year we didn't have anybody get drafted. You had, let's see, 2015. I don't know how well it's tracking. Here we go. You had Grant Wells leave us. He declared for the draft and left. Stephen Gilmore, Jamari Edwards. Oh my God, Corey Gamage. Some names I genuinely haven't had come out of my mouth in like 2+ years. So if you're a long-term fan of the series, we've got some names in here that is pretty sick. Our boy Devin Miller graduated. So pretty dope. Pretty dope to have the tools in here. So you got the history. You got the player progression history as well. So you can look at like, oh, what happened in year 2? Did that player grow? What kind of jumps did they make? So you got all of that in here that they keep track of for you. And then, of course, the playoff history as well. And it's not like 100% all the time. I found it's missing a few pieces of data, and this is like wrong. Like, this has us losing to Florida. We clearly beat Florida. So there's some stuff that's a little wonky, but in general, it does a good job keeping track of your entire franchise, right? Like, it's a little bit broken, but you can kind of see what's going on. I think this was year 1. Yeah, 2015. The first year of this series, you had Michigan win against Florida. It says Florida won. I'm pretty sure Michigan won. I don't know. Anyway, you guys get the point. The tool does a bunch of stuff like this. Mike says, I hope Rasheen Ali gets drafted in real life along with Dalton Tucker and Ethan Driscoll. I do too. I hope all those guys get drafted. It would be very cool to see a bunch of Herd players, sort of do their thing. So, especially Ali. I mean, he's been such a stud for us and, huge piece of the program. So, okay, here we go. Let's get into it. College football playoff. I got to figure out what the hell's going on. So you can do a 4-team. You can do an 8-team, 12. I could even do 14 if we wanted. So this is a super sick tool. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. Okay, let's go back into the 12. Okay, step 1. All 12 bids are awarded. Top 4 seeds get a bye. Matchups are set 5 through 12, so on and so forth. You guys know all that. Teams and bowl locations are fully customizable. Once the playoffs are set, the non-playoff bowls can be edited. Okay, so after playing or simming the 4 opening round games, load the Dynasty and the app will set up the quarterfinals. The app automatically places the higher seed. Okay, so I think I need to go into the game and sim the matchups that aren't our game because we have a bye. I think that's how I'm understanding how this works. And then we have to save it and come back into the tool and then we load it. And it like keeps track. Okay, so I think that's what we got to do. Sound fair? That's what we're going to do. So let's go back to the game. Well, first of all, let's figure out what the hell the matchups are. Okay, you guys can see that. So we got we're looking for NC State and Florida State, TCU and Florida, North Carolina, LSU, Cal, and Nebraska. So help me remember and help me find those when we get back into the game. Sound fair? Okay, all right, so here's the game app. And let's go back into here. I'm stressing. Okay, so this game is broken. That's not the game we're looking for. We're looking for not Florida State, Cincinnati. That's not right. We're looking for some of these teams are supposed to be playing each other. Yeah, it's not Florida at North Carolina. Did this save correctly? Okay. Because that doesn't look right? You guys aren't, I'm not tripping. We need to set up the bracket. Let's throw our Dynasty file back in here. You guys can see how this works. You grab the file from like a certain spot in your file feed. You upload it. Okay. That's what we need. This is what we need to have happen. So I think I got to close the game. I think I have to close the game. So before I go any further, let's save and close the game. As you can see, this is much easier and much cleaner when you do this offline and you're like recording it for your series. It doesn't help that I haven't done this in like 8 months either. It's been a long time since the last off season, so bear with me. But okay, a little bit of massaging needs to happen. Okay, so we're gonna close out of the game, which should leave us with the app open. You guys should be able to see that. Yeah, you guys can still see that. Okay, so this is our bracket, and I think we need to advance. And I think that means it's saved. Yes, it did. Here's our bowl games. Our games have been like frozen. Okay, so we have a bye. Wisconsin has a bye. Pitt has a bye. Illinois has a bye, which I believe is correct. And I'm going to hit save. Dynasty has been saved. Head back to the game and load your dynasty. Okay, we figured it out. That's what we were looking for. That's what we were looking for. Yeah, this is a great song, isn't it, Mike? No, it's always knock, knock, knocking. Yeah, this is a good song. Okay, so now back into the game. Now, I think there's some copyright in the game, so I'm not going to show you guys some of the footage and some of the music specifically. I think there's some copyright in the actual game. So we go back into the emulator and we open the app. So I'm going to go back to this screen so my OBS doesn't break and so that the game loads correctly. I've had this happen before where it does not work right. So I want to make sure I don't freak the computer out. Oh God, I'm getting jittery already. You guys can see that. Wait a minute. I'm going to go to this screen just real quick. Hopefully we can save it. I'm getting jittery. Basically, like, I think my GPU freaks out and I don't want the stream to break down. You guys can hear there's music in the background when the game loads. This is a whole thing when you do this thing live, you know, to be fully transparent. It is a whole thing. Did I open the game from the 1.0 version? No, I did what I did just now. I ended up doing the correct thing last time. I needed to like go back in and do it right. So yeah, so I think I got it right this time, but it took us a minute. So okay. I think we're okay. We're gonna go back to the game. Hopefully you guys can see me and the game. Yes, GPU is safe, so we're gonna have to be careful every time we go out of the game and back, because loading the emulator and having the game run is like a huge tax on the GPU. And Kengwin says, what kind of GPU do I have? I have a RTX 2070 Super. So it's a couple years old now. It's like 4 or 5 years old. It's getting up there, but it's still pretty solid. And it more than should be able to handle streaming and playing the game and so on and so forth. Okay, it looks like it worked. It says we are playing number 0 TBD. So I think that's perfect. I think that's exactly what we were looking for. So, okay. Let's go forward here and see if we can find these games, and we're going to simulate them so we can figure out who won and who's up next. Okay. And these are the other matchups, because this is the official version. So Ohio State is playing Eastern Michigan in the Quick Lane Bowl. Oh, Jesus. Ryan Day and the Buckeyes. Oh, God. I'm sick to my stomach. Okay. Florida State, NC State opening round matchup. We're going to save that one for last because that's the game that determines our game today. Florida, TCU. We found that, so there's 2 of them. Who else are we looking for? We're looking for LSU, North Carolina. We found that one. We're missing one matchup. I must have scrolled past it. Let me make sure I find it before I go too far. Who are we looking for again? Florida, TCU. Did I know that? Did I see them already? No, yeah, I already saw them. So we're looking for a different one. Who else are we missing? Oh, this one. It was right at the top. Nebraska, Cal. Okay, perfect. So let's go with this one first. Nebraska and Cal in the 6-11 matchup. Winner of this one is going to take on who? Winner of this one's going to take on Illinois. So, let's take a look. Okay. Let's sim this game. What do we have? There we go. Nebraska, 35-10, gets it done over Cal. The Cornhuskers were pretty good this year. It's actually kind of crazy. This is a good team. So they get it done. Really control the game from the jump. Never trailed, it looks like. Yep, never trailed. They were tied in the first, but they get it done. So Nebraska's going to advance. That is crazy. The Cornhuskers suddenly good out of nowhere. That's wild. Okay, let's move on. That's the game we'll save for last. So now we're looking for the Florida TCU game, the 5-12. Can the Gators make a move, or is TCU going to have their first real chance? Florida's been really good in this dynasty. They've been incredible. They've made all kinds of college football playoffs. We've played them multiple times. So they're kind of insane. So I didn't see the score, and it scrolled me back up to the top. What happened? The Gators keep it rolling. 38-23 over TCU. Like I said, man, Florida has been insane. They've just kind of been like, I think as good or as consistent as we've been, they've been the second most consistent team. I think they've been in the college football playoff like 5 of the 6 seasons in this dynasty, which is just unreal. So Florida keeps it going. They get in as the 12 seed. They sneak in. They upset the 5 seed. Wow. Unreal. TCU. Just like in real life, kind of fraudulent. They make the playoff, don't deserve to be there at all, get blown off the field. Okay, cool. Solid. Very solid. All right. Here is the next one. LSU, North Carolina, facing off. North Carolina's been really good in this season series as well. We have not seen much LSU, so let's see what happens. Gonna sim it. I gotta scroll all the way to the bottom. It adds like a layer of intrigue, the fact that I have to go find the score. Wow. Look at that. I don't know what the game log was. I don't know how they scored their 14 fourth quarter points, but North Carolina is gonna sneak by 24-23, dude. Insane, man. Insane. How the hell do they keep doing that? And I don't know where the game log is. I'd love to see like the timestamps of when people scored, but for some reason it doesn't work. Chambers, 3 interceptions. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. North Carolina should have absolutely lost this game. They lost the first down battle. They lost total offense. They lost the turnover battle. Insane. So, LSU out. UNC moving on. Let's move to our game. Who are we going to face? Let's figure it out. And then we will get into football because I'm excited. I'm ready to play. Florida State, North Carolina State. I guess we should have looked at this. I should have looked at this before we simmed all of these. But in general, there we go. There's how the two teams break down. It looks like Florida State absolutely should win this game. Roster-wise, they are not. It's not even close. This should be a Florida State win. Let's see if the Seminoles can pull it off. Or is NC State going to get it done? It flashes so fast, I got to scroll down. Where's that score? Wow. There we have it. The Wolfpack advance. The Seminoles, they go down. We get North Carolina State for the second time. 31-27, 10 fourth quarter points. And this is crazy. Both teams just kind of like traded blows. It looks like NC State was up 4 points at the half. Then they give up 2 touchdowns. No, a touchdown and a field goal in the third. And they bounce back, score a touchdown and a field goal in the fourth. And it was the game-winning touchdown with a minute left in the fourth quarter to upset the Seminoles and get it done. Well, that would have been a banger playoff game. Like, imagining that in real life, that would have been insane and a really, really good matchup. That is cool. That is very cool. Okay, next step. We save. We go back to the Dynasty tool, and it helps us figure out who is next. So let me not fuck this up. Let me make sure I do this right, because it is a delicate balance. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to close out of the actual application, and I'm trying to do it so like my computer doesn't die. Okay, we're going to close out of this graphic. and then we're going to go back into the Dynasty tool. This is such a stressful process. Okay, I'll bring you guys back. Here we are. I'm getting the hang of it. We're in season, college football playoff tool. We saved our Dynasty, back to the 12-team playoff, and now it's time for step 2. Step 2. Got to open up our Dynasty file. Here it is. And boom. Marshall, NC State, Wisconsin, and Florida. Pitt and North Carolina. I didn't even realize that. The ACC rematch. And then down here, the Big Ten rematch. Nebraska and Illinois. That's dope. The fact that the 12-team playoff tool worked, this is sick. I'm kind of fired up. I'm not even going to lie. I'm going to save this real quick. We're going to take a little screenshot, which is a super sick fucking function too. Are you kidding me? And it's going to save to our like little downloads file. I'll hit save. We'll save it here. This is going to save the Dynasty. And there we go. Now we can close out and go back to the game. And again, in order to not break this thing, I'm going to go here so that the graphic like requirement on our computer is not that much. And then hopefully we will we'll be good. Hopefully we'll be good and we'll be ready to play our game. And as the 1 seed, I think we sim. What do you guys think? I think we need to sim all of the other stuff. So we'll see the results of the other matchups. And that'll be what we do. Man, thank you guys for rocking. I appreciate you. Gators are not to be underestimated for sure, which is weird because I don't like Florida. Like, I grew up not liking Florida, but they absolutely have been insane in this series. It's just, there's just no doubt about it. They've been incredible. So, okay, let's go, bro. Let's get it. I think we're good. Let's go back into the game. Yep. You guys are back. We'll log back in. And then, yeah, I think it says we're on the bye week, but I think it's going to finally be right. Yes, there's the NC State matchup. Perfect. Okay, sick. This is all working the way I want it to. So let's maximize the screen on this thing. Make sure this thing is working. I'm going to go to this screen if I can. Sorry, it's this one because I want to make sure that the game looks as good as possible. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. All right, we're ready. We are ready. Let's go into this and check out our matchups and sim through the other games because our game should be the last one. We're the number 1 seed. I think we get the luxury of playing last, right? Isn't that how these bowl games usually work? At least for the playoff. All right, so the other matchups. Does it say placeholder for Florida State? Oh, that's the old game. So down here at the bottom, I think should be the new games, right? Yeah, here's North Carolina Pitt. Florida, Wisconsin's right here. That's right, we're in actual bowl games. Okay, sick. Sick. So our game's up here at the top. I feel like we're missing a game. Maybe I'm just overlooking it. It should work that way. I know. All right, so there's our game. I'm just trying to make sure all the games are in here. I saw the 2 of the other matchups. That's not in it, right? No, these guys aren't involved. These guys involved. Florida and Wisconsin in the Rose Bowl. That's 1. Our game's 2. This is game 3. Are we missing a game? No, it's this one. It's right below it. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's sim. Nebraska at Illinois. Who's going to win? Who's going to advance? And we'll scroll down to the bottom and find it. The freaking Fighting Illini are still going. What? Nebraska making a run, but now Illinois looking insane. 35-21, they get it done. We're missing our little score log, but they dominate. 400 yards of total possession. 50% on third downs, perfect in the red zone scoring touchdowns, didn't turn it over. Own time of possession. Illinois might be pretty solid, or Nebraska's still fraudulent. Not sure, but regardless, the Fighting Illini move into the Final Four. Wow. Okay, let's go with the next game, North Carolina Pitt. I keep wanting to remember to do this. UNC, B+ overall, A- defensive rating. Statistically, Pitt better, more categories. Lee Corso likes the Tar Heels. The 2 seed Pitt Panthers against somewhat of a juggernaut. North Carolina has been legit all throughout this series. ACC, who's going to come out on top? And it is Pitt. Pitt gets it done. 40-35. The Pitt Panthers make it happen. That's a wild result. Despite North Carolina scoring 16 points in the fourth, Pitt hangs on by a thread and gets it done. 500 yards of total offense, 27 first downs in the game. They ran for 185 as a team. They threw for 330. Perfect in the red zone scoring touchdowns. They win the turnover battle, and both teams are equal on time of possession. So, pretty crazy game. Pitt holds on. North Carolina. Could it be a changing of the guard? We said it at the end of last offseason. I thought the biggest threat to us coming into this season was going to be Pitt, and here they are into the Final Four. The Panthers. Wow. All right, next one. Wisconsin and Florida in the Rose Bowl. Florida's the better roster. I think Wisconsin's a little bit better statistically, but where the Gators are strong on offense, they are very strong. Lee likes the Gators. Is Luke Fickell's squad ready to make this happen? Let's sim and see, man. This is insane. I know this is a bit of a circuitous way to do this, but I'm fired up for the new game to have these functions as well. Wow. The Badgers bludgeon Florida, winning 45-28. Dang, 10 unanswered in the fourth quarter. They get it done. Florida and North Carolina both out. Feels like a completely new series with those guys missing from the later stages of the playoff, especially relative to us. Both teams pretty much equal first downs and total offense. Both teams almost exactly the same rushing yards. Wisconsin throws the ball a little bit better, a little bit more efficient on fourth downs. Both teams were perfect in the red zone. One turnover. I don't know what the difference was. I don't really know what the difference was, but Wisconsin, I guess technically they scored an additional touchdown and an additional field goal, and that's the difference. But wow, these results have been so crazy to me, dude. The Gators are out, the Tar Heels are out, and Illinois is in? What the? I'm glad you guys are enjoying it and finding this as crazy as I am. Glad to see Florida out. Me too. I've had to be honest, I've had enough of North Carolina and Florida. They were our, both teams I think were our national title teams the last two seasons. We've seen a lot of them. We've seen them in the semis. We've seen them in championship games. I'm tired of both of them. Okay, let's get into ours. Us and NC State. We're the better team on paper. B+ overall to a B-. We're still the top points per game team in the country. Top 3 in total D. Number 1 in total D. And especially at run defense. We're better on turnover differential. They're playing slightly better pass defense than us. I wanted to see, we can see our schedules, right? Yes. When did we face off of them? Oh, I kind of forgot about this. We played them in November, and we won 45-7. Fucking boat raced them. 45-7. And up until the postseason, that was our last ranked opponent. They're pretty good. I mean, they're good, 10-3, but man, we smoked them. Let's look at theirs. Who'd they lose to? They lose by 13 to a good Syracuse team. They get blown out by a good Florida State team, and then they get blown out by the back-to-back defending national champions. So the only losses have been to legit teams. They haven't gotten tripped up by anybody sort of terrible. So, but obviously I'm not super afraid of them having played them early. I remember beating them. I didn't realize we had beat them that bad. So, yeah, pretty crazy. Let's quickly look at their roster. Just get a reminder of who they are as a team. And then we'll really get into this game because I'm ready. And of course, if we're without Andrew Adams for this one, that makes a huge, pivot in the dynamic here. It's gonna be crazy. Carter, the punter. That's right, I forgot their best player is a punter. Meyer, their corner, looks to be injured, which would be a huge development. So is their offensive lineman Griffin. They do have a good running back in Potts. I remember him. Ross and Houston, their best wide receivers. But who's their quarterback? Albert Howard, Brett Williams. I think Williams might be the one who actually plays. So he's a good athlete. 87 speed, 77 overall. Yeah, I think he's the guy who actually plays. How's his arm? 82 throw power, 79 throw accuracy. Not crazy, but he can make it happen with that, especially if they keep it short, dink, and dunk on us. So that's the story of the Tar Heels, or not the Tar Heels, the other team, the Wolf Pack. So let's quickly look at their injury situation, and we'll double check ours real quick, and we'll dive into this game. Adams, questionable. We knew that. What's up with NC State? Who's going to be in this game or not? What do they have going on? Ooh. Best corner out 3 weeks. Starting center out 3 weeks. Starting right tackle questionable. Might play, might not, but for sure, top cornerback out of this one. And their number one center. So, wow. Storylines all over the place, man. Storylines all over the place. You guys fired up for this? I'm going to hit save on this real quick. Just so if something funky happens, we don't lose our results on the games we already simmed. And then we're going to play this one. We're going to play this one. One more. Yeah, okay. So it's kind of broken when you go through it this way, which is fine. There's our setup here. They're 88, or we're 88. They're only 81. We're technically the home team. I definitely like the green, but we need white everything else, including socks. Yeah, I'm good with the green and white look. That's clean. And they're rocking all white. I think they need some colored pants. I don't mind the black. Yeah, that's not bad. They need black shoes, though. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Yeah, there we go. The white on black. It's a good looking uni. I like it. Let's get it. You guys ready? I'm fired up. I'm fired up. Welcome to the 12-team college football playoff for the Marshall Thundering Herd. Our first official action here. Yes, sir. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Watkins, Daniels, Justice for us. Griffin out. Ross and Houston for them. And there's that reminder on the injury report. Pretty crazy. Let's do it. The college football playoff. Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl? Is that where we are? I see Eat More Chicken all over the field. Yeah, I think it's the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Yeah, it is. It is. NC State finished third in our bracket. Pretty crazy. The quarterfinal sees two teams from the same side of the same conference. That's pretty insane. So, but here we are. Can't believe Florida State's out. Missed a golden opportunity against these guys. NC State. White jerseys, black pants, red numerals, and Marshall. Back-to-back champs in the green and white. Love this uniform combo. Big fan. Big fan. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for all the love and support. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. I wish we could update the badge. I know it still says Sunbelt Conference on their shirt. That drives me crazy. I wish it was smart enough to know, you know? That would be my favorite. Yeah, I'm chilling. Okay. And we are underway in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Eric Love settling under it. Got a little bit of space, cuts it outside. Has some room. Fighting upfield. Gets across the 35, across the 40. I think we're out to the 40, if that's correct. Good start, Eric Love. Here's the big question. Who is going to jog out? Who's under center for us today? I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. Is it Andrew Adams? No, it's not. It's Roy Morris. No. We got to make this happen with the scrub rookie who makes an error on the first run play. Decides to give when he should not have given. Mercedes-Benz Arena in Atlanta. Yes, that's right. That's right, Kangwin. And that was Heisman Trophy winner Casey Smith getting the first carry of the day. That decision was on me. Poor decision by me on that play call. I've never been there, but I would love to go there. I think that would be a super fun stadium to go visit and see what's going on. Blitz coming. Getting outside of the pocket. Short check down throw. Finding some space. Cedric Britt, love that. Love that play call. Get a little rhythm going. Easy completion for your young QB. Nothing too crazy. I think obviously the run game is going to be our friend, but we're going to have to figure out ways to not be too predictable. Like, you know what I mean? Like, find non-first down opportunities to run the ball or to make smart throws. You know what I'm saying? So, not anywhere to go with the ball on this one. Morris smartly, calmly navigate the pocket, slide down. Nothing too crazy. Love that, though. Love that. I saw the Philly Union versus Atlanta United play there. It was a bad game, but a great experience. Heck yeah, that would be so fun. That would be so fun. I would like to get to more stadiums here pretty soon, to be honest. Like, I got a chance to go to a lot when I was in college, obviously traveling around with Ohio State. We got to visit a bunch of really cool places, but as an adult, I haven't traveled very much at all, especially not to go to, like, away games, and I should. I really should try to make that a priority soon. So fun. So much fun. Man, I'm not really in love with this playbook with this team. Like, does that make sense? Like, without Andrew Adams, I feel a little, it's almost like playing naked. You know what I mean? I don't feel, I don't feel like I've got all the answers because I don't have the throw game. Can't throw it all around the field. So we'll see. See what we can do. Those first down runs, they're going to probably get swallowed up more and more as the game goes along. Kelly green is the best green. It is a gorgeous looking uni. It really is. This is a play action play call. Looking at Tommy Chambers, but it's middle field closed. I might send Taylor on the go route and see if he can win outside or just try to find Walker. Yeah, nobody's open. Everyone covered downfield. Morris making moves. Fumbles the football. It's loose. North Carolina State scooping it up. Oh my gosh, the rookie. I swear I had this guy beat to the inside right there. That move, he just cuts so slow. He's not Andrew Adams. And then, of course, like, can't hold on to the ball. Like, 16, hold on to the football, would you? Can't do it. Forced fumble by Harrington. Drive staller. Lou Walker's like, brother, you ain't got to do too much. Throw that shit away. Slide down. Make the simple play. And that's wise words. Wise words from the wide receiver. And here we go, the Marshall D. Quick change situation. NC State getting it from the 35. Potts on the run. Nice play by Mario Sanders. Jermaine Johnson gets in there, probably gets the credit, but Mario was the one who really slowed that play up. Well done to get them going backwards. I am very, very interested in having them throw the ball downfield, so I plan on absolutely swarming the line of scrimmage today. That's my plan, and then letting them go from there. Figure out what they want to do. But we're going to be in the box all day. That's a play action. We're going to run with it. We're going to go get him. Late to the sideline, and it's David Watkins toe tapping, and he gets the INT for the boys. Beautiful. Brett Williams' first attempt of the day, undercut by our best player. Both of these coaches fired up at their young quarterbacks, making crazy decisions with the football. Oh, man, that's funny. That is funny. Good play by Watkins. That feels good. Very, very good start by him and the D. There's a little Casey Smith out to the side. Nice little play. Gets about 10. Very good. Very good. Yeah, like there's a lot of plays in this playbook designed to throw the ball on deep, long developing routes, and I just don't have the confidence in Morris's arm to make a lot of those throws, and I think it's going to kind of make this whole playbook feel real weird, if that makes sense. Smith getting 6, falling forward. We've been able to get some stuff going with him. He's just shy of 5 yards per carry, so Casey's not having a bad start, but we're going to have to get creative here, I think. Going to have to stay creative, I should say. Just have to see here. Zone coverage, good throw over the middle. It's Matthews down to the 5. William Matthews on the in-breaker. Very good throw. If we can deliver the ball over the middle, if they're going to continue to play a lot of zone, oh man, good throw by Morris. Good protection, good pocket. Matthews holds on. I loved that play pre-snap. I was fired up to deliver that throw. I'm glad he just didn't airmail it, didn't hit anybody. Nothing stupid. This is an interesting box to play with. Oh, God. In on me quick. Nowhere to go. That was such a weird play as the offensive line was like there, but then people are not there. 62. Trying to remember, is that Thomas, the center? He's like there, but then he wasn't. Like when you first start to move back, you feel like you have a blocker there. Yeah. The center. Brother, we got to touch somebody. That's what it was. Thomas Webb, the left guard, comes all the way across and makes me feel like this guy up the middle's blocked. So I kind of keep my eyes off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden White flashes in front of me like, holy shit, I got to get out of there. And it's a big sack. It is a big sack. Yeah, Morris stepping up big time. Obviously a huge spot. Hopefully he's gotten all the number 1 reps, right? Like you'd if you know Andrew Adams isn't going to play, you'd like to see the young guy get all the first team reps. So maybe that's what happened this week in practice. Oof. Still nowhere to go. Morris. Oh, he throws it at the feet. Oh. Taylor breaks open late on the scramble drill, and Morris just kind of gets hit as he throws, bounces this one. Oh, that hurt. We had him right there. God, yeah, this playbook sucks. Playbook sucks. I think we just got to go a little. I was trying to let the playbook sort of talk to me a little bit, but I think we got to go with some of our own stuff here versus the coach's suggestion. We're going to run this thing to the left. There's one. Great pitch by Morris. Casey! I need the Heisman winner to make a move in the open field and break a tackle for me. It's exactly what we wanted. I wanted to get Casey Smith in space with a chance to do something against a solo defender. We got it. He can't break the tackle. We have to get the chip shot from Seymour. Marshall's on the board first, but can't help but feel like after getting all the way down there that we should have had more. Definitely feel that way. It's all right. Lead is a lead, right? A lead is a lead until it's not a lead. As Seymour, or no, I'm sorry, Thompson, the punter, who is on kickoff duty. Without him slowing him down a little bit, he'd still be running. Yikes. Woo. So, good starting field position. NC State getting the drive going at the 41. And that's a good start. We sent the pressure. Mario Sanders runs in from a blitz. We swallow up the little zone read, the mesh point. Yes, sir. Great start to the drive. I told you guys I'm jam-packing the box. I'm playing a lot of man today. I'm absolutely not letting these guys run around free in zone coverage. That is not how we're going to take this game. Oh, false step by Aaron Soul. Good job to get back over there. We hit Potts. He gets 9, but the counter in this game is so powerful. Like, the animations and the timing of how they run counter is a real problem. I hope it does not carry over to the new game because, like, it's almost unstoppable. You just, like, can't do shit against counter. I know it's a neutral site game, but empty formation. Eric Love in man coverage on Joey Wilson. Cannot get it done. Lets Wilson get open, and they convert the 3rd down. So, hey, give them credit. You know, first drive. They're losing. It's early, but they're losing. It's going to require some good play by them, and that's a good 3rd down conversion. I think they're first of the day. So the tight end moves over. Pistol set. They're running right with Potts. He's got a spot. He's able to get 3, but a good job by Kenneth Daniels. Close that thing down quickly. Potts is basically their only real threat, in my opinion, as it relates to this game. I'm not afraid of anybody on their team. Potts feels like the only one who can actually hurt us today. As they run counter again, we just talked about it. There's Potts finding some room, breaking some tackles. Can Sullivan get over there? He does. Man, the counter run. Look at this. Got 2 pulling linemen right in front of you. I guess that's a lineman and a tight end. 1 broken tackle. Potts is off to the races. Does a good job there. Crowd doesn't look very Christmas. Oh, does look very Christmas. It definitely does. The colors are standing out in a big way for sure. Very festive. I guess it is the holidays. It's probably, I think the quarterfinals happen before Christmas. Is that right? I don't know. I don't know how the 12-team playoff is actually going to break down. To the sideline, they find Houston on the deep comebacker. That is a big-time throw. Like, we're just kind of casually talking about Christmas. These boys are not playing games right now on this drive. They are coming for us. So we need to step it up. Pass completed down to the 5.5. So watch out. Little triple option look for Williams. Pitches it late to Johnson, who gets in as 2 people take the quarterback. No one accounts for the running back, and North Carolina State with a huge bounce back drive after giving up points. I was trying to have Kenneth Daniels take the runner. I was the one closest to the quarterback with a good angle. He should have stayed outside and forced the pitch, and to be honest, that's probably something we should do. We should probably do it that way. Kind of hard to tell, but I think we probably needed Kenneth Daniels to be thinking about the running back and not the quarterback. And unfortunately, he went after the quarterback. We both tackle him. He flips it out nice and calmly. And there we go. I know, man. This is crazy. Crazy so far. The boys are handing out presents with these hits. I know, dude. This has been wild. Obviously, we knew this was going to be a bit of a slog offensively, but I didn't really expect them to just be able to kind of march it down at us on the offensive side. They've got a good athletic quarterback, but I'm not afraid of anybody else on that roster, so I'm not real sure. I'm going to flip this out to Chandler Taylor, get a few blocks. He's got a few. Picks up some room, gets up 14 yards, a little bit of screen game. Love that when you can see us go trips left, but they don't match it with the correct amount of DBs. That's always a good sign, so we love to see that. They match it this time. You better believe it. You better believe it. And it's a false start on Thomas Webb. Premier left guard in the game, setting us back, shooting ourselves in the foot. But offensive line kind of didn't come to play yet. You know, we had the miscommunication at the in the red zone last drive, gave up the sack, kind of pushed us out of field goal range, and now you got the false start setting us back up 1st and 15. I do not love this box. This is a gross box. Let's go a little play action here. Can Chandler Taylor make a play deep downfield? He can! No way! Roy Morris dials up the play action deep shot for Chandler Taylor and delivers a ball of his life in the quarterfinals. Chandler's got great speed, but this was always going to come down to the ball, and that is a dime from Roy Morris, the true freshman, playing in the biggest spot of his life. And what a throw that was. That was gorgeous. I knew pre-snap with the double press coverage over here on the left that we might have a chance as long as Chandler gets a good release. It's not a great release, but it's good enough. And after the play fake, O-line holds up, and I knew right here, the phrase is, if he's even, I'm leaving. And so it was like, okay, step into this bad boy from the 26-yard line. Ball on the money. Down to the 22. A little friendly fire from the DB trying to make the tackle. And Taylor houses it. Marshall, huge response. That is exactly what the doctor ordered. Morris, the chosen one. I love that. I love that. I mean, I genuinely was not expecting that ball to be on the money, like at all. I thought for sure that was going to be underthrown, swatted down, or they were going to do that weird leaping interception animation where he kind of runs and then he jumps up, and it's like an over-the-shoulder catch by the DB. I mean, I've played so many hours of this game, I didn't think that that was going to hit, but that is the first true big play of the game. And wow, it went our way. That feels good. That feels good. And until they show that they can throw the ball downfield, I'm still team pack the line of scrimmage, to be honest. I'm not. Yeah, look, they're just running stretch to the boundary. We're all over that one. They brought out 3 wide receivers, but these pistol sets, knowing Potts is their only good player, I'm still keeping 3 linebackers on the field until this isn't a thing. So I'm just still not confident that they're not going to run the ball. And there's another run. Potts finding some room, falling down. He's got 6, and it's going to give him a chance at an easy 3rd down as we are almost at the end of the first quarter of play. This is a tough one for me because I still don't think they're going to run it, or I still don't think they're going to throw it, but I kind of got to honor the fact that they have 3 wide receivers out there. And actually dives across the line instead of feinting. Yes, exactly. There's the screenplay. Can Daniels get out there? Can Hooper get out there? He does, but it's just a half-yard short. Great play call to dial up the screen. We had a man blitz coming. That's unfortunate that the timing worked out the way it did there, and he gets just across the line, able to pick up the 1st down. Nice play for them. Very nice play for them. Turning and giving. It's Webb, the backup running back. Matt Webb gets 3 and then no more. So they're going to finally give Potts a rest. Probably smart. He's carried the load for them today. Probably the final play of the first quarter. Let's see if they snap it or if we go straight to the break. But they are going to snap it. Last play of the first. Williams on the run. Gets hit. Still holding on to the football somehow. 10-yard rush for Brett Williams. Scramble, I should call it. And he's got the first. We had that fumble in the opening possession. We give up the touchdown. And Morris redeems himself with the touchdown strike. First quarter had a lot of action, man. Definitely did. 1st and 10, 3 wide receivers. I just do not see them doing it. Until they throw it past me, I'm not believing it. I'm not believing it. There's a short underneath throw to the tight end. Somehow still on his feet. Roger Jones is the strongest man alive. My God. How in the world? This dude bouncing off of everyone. And that's just annoying because we cover the check down pretty good there. He would have gotten 3 or 4 yards, but all of a sudden he's able to turn that into something insane. Another pass play. Flood to the sideline. Watkins coming back for the ball just a step late. Finding Wilson. It's a 9-yard play. Long developing pass play. That thing hits. They're able to get 9 on it. Give them credit. NC State's offense, it's not been super flashy so far, but it has been effective. It has been very effective. Jet sweep. Well, they're running this thing left with Williams. He pitches late. Jackson, the backup linebacker, can't make the play. Can Ryan Young get over there? He does. What a great play call. Triple option. They go out the backside despite loading up the right side of the line of scrimmage. Williams with a great pitch late. And then 82, I can't remember his name, just wiggles through us. Ryan Young able to bring him down. But golly, man, we are in 4-1. As Mike says in the chat, grab your popcorn, everyone. We are in for a hell of a ride. Yeah, absolutely feels that way. Absolutely feels that way. And another run up the middle. Can Williams get over there? Daniels gets over there on Williams, excuse me. He's able to get 1, but a great play by Kenneth Daniels. Fighting through a blocker, able to make that happen. And my goodness, this is crazy town right now. Crazy town right now. They're going to spread us out, but we've got the box filled, so I'm very curious to see how this is going to work. They're going to go for the quick run to Potts, and he doesn't get there. Huge play. Daniels, and I think that was Corey Brown combined on the tackle. Stop him short at the goal line. I told you guys, they keep running out 3 wide receivers, and I just don't trust it. I do not trust it yet. So until they prove they can throw it on us, I'm just going to assume they're running it every play. That's kind of where I'm at. That is kind of where I'm at as they motion the tight end over. They are going to throw it. No, they're not. Williams is going to run it. He breaks a tackle. He fumbles. No way. Ryan Young scoops. Can he run it back? There's no way this just happened. Are we going to go 100 with the linebacker on the scoop and score? What in the world? Y'all, I don't think I've ever seen a play like that in my entire life. I got to try to find the rewind. I don't know if we're going to get the full clip. No, we're not, because he ran it back so far. The video footage is only going to go back so far. So Williams, the quarterback, scrambles. We have him at the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden, he breaks a tackle and then gets back to the line of scrimmage. He's at the goal line. He fumbles, and Ryan Young is there to scoop and score in the biggest momentum swing play I think I've ever had in the series, to be honest. In a game where we are down our best player, our quarterback, our offense is going to struggle, and our defense is on the ropes in the first half. They come up with an insane fumble recovery touchdown, and our star middle linebacker goes the distance and punches it in. What the hell was that? What a play. As this returner for North Carolina State is annoying. Mark McCullum with another good return. That's the highlight of the century. Holy shit. They can't go through that Bison wall and a tutty. For real, dude. The Marshall D. Holy shit. I mean, just like on the ropes, struggling. We are just kind of getting walked all the way back into our laps. And then all of a sudden, bam, we pop one off on you. Crazy. Absolutely crazy as we are back out on the field and struggling. Ferguson, the true freshman, it looks like, makes the play. 6'3", 195. Good size on that guy. Let me catch my breath, man. Holy hell, what was that? That's what you come to see right there. That's the play you come for and hang out and watch the streams. Oh, great play by Williams. Fumble again! No way! Oh my goodness. Don't know what he's leaping for, but senior Scott Ward, CB2, lays the hit. Then you end up with, is that Aaron Soule who recovered it? I have no idea who recovers it. But if they're going to continue to run the quarterback, both of these young quarterbacks, you have got to protect the football. I have no idea why he leaps. That's something that the user does, but the fact that the computer jumps is silly. I think it contributes to the amount of fatigue he has, because when he gets hit right on the football, it pops loose, and it is absolutely a fumble. No knees down or nothing. What a hit by Scott Ward. Ball's loose. Corey Brown scoops it up, gets hit. He's down, but Marshall has it again on the plus side of the 50. And wow, what a first half we are seeing right now. Wow. I'm shook. Genuinely. Quick flip. William Matthews breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, falling forward as we start another drive off with a really smart play. Quick flip out to the wide receiver on the screen. Just give us a chance, because they're packing the box. They're run blitzing. They're doing all kinds of things. But look, now look at what we got. We got them in too high, only 3 defensive tackles in the game. Like, that is where we want to see them with Casey Smith in the backfield, because they're not going to be able to stop him running the ball when it's that light of a box, and that's what we're looking for. So I think we're going to spend some time here, hang out a little bit in this 4 wide receiver, 1 running back setup. I want to get Lou Walker out of the way because I want the read man to be very clear. And I hate it when these guys have an overhang like that. So that's not going to be ideal. We're going to give it to Casey. Probably should have kept it, but I saw another blitzer coming on the left side. So that's all right. Casey falling forward. Very manageable for 3rd and short. I mean, shouldn't be hard to fall forward here. Make this happen. So we'll take a look at it. I guess we haven't even converted a 3rd down today. My boy Kangwin, a member for 22 months. Thank you for re-upping, my brother. Much love to you. I appreciate you so much, dude. Hitting us with the Kimbro dab. Hey, we haven't done one of those since we were live on Twitch years ago. Been a minute, but thank you again, dude. I really appreciate you being here for all these fun moments. What a series, right? What a series. What a history we now have on this game. It's so cool. I like this box for a run play left if we can get one. Yeah, there we go. Let's see if we can get Matthews out of there. Yeah, there we go. Lighten up that box for me. No. As the offensive line for Marshall continues to do silly things. Our 2nd penalty of the first half. We've given up at least 1 sack. I really liked that play pre-snap. I liked where we were headed, and unfortunately, like I said, we shot ourselves in the foot there. But let's see. I like this down and distance. Too high shell. I got a couple routes breaking over the middle. No. Oh, Dusty Robinson with a good play. I had Chambers in mind the entire time. That is a nice undercut by him. Incomplete. Dangerous throw. I got to hit the replay button just to get the score ticker reset. But, oh, dangerous throw, obviously. But I liked it. It was open. Hot second. Just couldn't get it out of our hands fast enough. That fucking false start, man. It sets everything back. It kills our setup in terms of, making sure we've got the correct down and distance. As Matthews gets off the press coverage. I saw that thing early. They tried to press him right off the line of scrimmage. Matthews too good for that. We throw the ball on a rope. Roy Morris quietly. 143 and a touchdown, 6 of 8. Very efficient. Obviously had a tough throw there on that first down, but he's got us back inside the 10 again. Back inside the 10 again. I'm going to swap this play to the other side. Lots of little curl routes. Nobody open on the curl routes. Just got to chuck this away as they played QB contain everywhere. Well, you watch that back. No defensive lineman rushed. I mean, somehow they still got pressure, but all those dudes just hung out. Just kind of floating, waiting to see if we were going to try to bust out somewhere. But that's all right. Smart play on 1st and 10. 1st and goal, to be honest. 1st and goal. I like this. I like the way this sets up. Can I get enough blocks? Bang. Roy Morris in from 5 yards out. Zone read keeper out the backside. We make him think everything. All the eligibles are off to the right. A little quick pulling motion. Just got to read it right, and we did. Morris with a big-time answer. Really huge off the turnover to convert another 7 and not have to settle for 3. Marshall takes the 24-7 lead. Oof. 4 minutes to go in the first half. These turnovers from North Carolina State have been devastating. Obviously, you give up a scoop and score touchdown, but also, like, they gave us that ball on the other side of the 50, dude. So, this guy, this McCullum dude, where's the NIL package for this man? Like, I need him. This guy is like the best returner in college football. He looks insane. He's just busting through everybody. All right, here we go. We're going to come out in a little 3-4. I want to have a few more linebackers, technically one more linebacker on the field, but I want to feel like we can fly around, still cover people. Oh, come on. Somebody come up and hit this little bitch. Williams, able to make a play. He's been hit enough times. I think we're going to have to QB spy sometimes now. I think that's really what's next. A little QB spy action. That fumble TD did flip the game. It absolutely did. Changed the whole dynamic. Sullivan ranging over there, but it's technically Andrew Jackson. I was going to say Alexander. Andrew Jackson. We have another linebacker named Dwight Alexander. Good play by Sullivan to string that out. Potts going backwards. They have struggled to get him going today. Still struggling. So let's go in and do a little something. I still think they've got a pretty strong chance to run the ball. This is a pretty good box for them to run it. Yeah, there's the run. Oh, Williams takes a great cut, great angle. Brett Williams, that 87 speed. He's pretty shifty, man. He is pretty shifty. Already up to 32 yards rushing. It was a tough play. I knew on 3rd and 2 I didn't feel good about them actually throwing it. And, like, why should they? But he's fumbled it multiple times, so maybe they should be trying to throw it. I don't know, but I'm going to disguise cover 2 here. I love this. It looks like man coverage. It's actually cover 2. Stratton fills the hole. Webb gets over there. Eric Love makes the tackle, but that slow developing play goes for 6. Unfortunately, as we're inside of 3 minutes to play in the first half. First half that has been insane and had all kinds of crazy things happening. Let's see here. Another run. This one to Potts. Nope, it's a keeper. And Ryan Young swallows up Brett Williams. Good job by him scraping over the top. His first TFL on the day. Yes, sir. Clean, Mr. Cleanup right there. Love what he brings to us, man. He's so good. He is so good. And it's a 3rd and 8. Not where they want to be. They're setting Potts up as a wide receiver. Williams, is he going to be able to sit back in there? Oh, Potts as a wide receiver is insane. Holy. Completely jukes us out of our shoes. Hits the corner route. Dude, he ran that thing so clean. Look at that. Look at all that separation. Good throw by Williams. Nobody gets pressure. I knew 44 was going to be the only guy we got to worry about, but I was only thinking he was going to be in the backfield. I didn't think anything of him running routes. Well, okay, good to know. Good to know. I feel like they've racked up 1,000 yards on us today. I've been on defense like forever. Nice job there, though. Matt Sullivan, great man coverage. Running with the tight end the whole way on him. Forced the check down. Finally, we got a little pressure. Sullivan on him. Technically goes for a loss. I really like this formation. I like this 4-3. The 3-4 has worked a couple times, but I'm much happier with the 4-3 look that we've been running out there. They're going to run it. Potts going left. Daniels flies in. That was a user tackle. We kind of noticed that thing all the way. Just comes shooting down from our safety position. Swallow up Potts. Huge play. Setting them back big time. Now, what to call here? Man coverage or cover 6? I think I like cover 6. We're going to throw 2 to that side. We use Daniels out the backside here. They're trying to run some screens. Williams in trouble, and he's going to go down. They tried to do like double tunnel screens. Jermaine Johnson and Ron Davis. Davis actually had the first sack. Definitely questionable play calling to try to look at screens there on 3rd down. It would have been better off just taking a shot downfield or running a corner, but we were all over it, and that's going to set them back big time. I think we're going to take this timeout. Minute 10 left. They're outside of field goal range. All they were going to do is bleed that clock. I think we go for the block. I think we go for the punt block here. This is their best player. The punter, remember? We will still keep two timeouts in our pocket, and he's a good player. The 88 overall punter pins us pretty good. Coach Mayo cheering on his offense, trying to get these guys fired up. We've been much more efficient passing, to be interestingly enough. Throwing the ball has been our better option over running it. So, all right, good to know. Like I said, we do have our 2 timeouts left. Jermaine Johnson with an arm bruise. He's going to be injured for a second, but he'll be back. Should be back quickly. Pressure coming. Finding Tommy Chambers early. Gets himself out of bounds. First down pickup. Interesting decision for them to pressure on first down. I'm going to say put Williams in the game, but like I said, halftime's upcoming, so I don't think it'll be anything at all. I'm actually going to run the exact same play, but flip it. I like how this formation spreads them out, force them to kind of show their hand early. Oh, I had Tommy, who ran a great route. I just missed him. We're going to get out of bounds with Morris. Good stiff arm on the sideline. Swats him in the face. He's going to technically get the first down. We've picked up 2 first downs and have not had to use a timeout. So off to a good start in this little 1-minute drill situation. Very good. Very, very good. I'm worried about Morris throwing deep balls to the sideline. So I think we're going to try to continue to keep this short here for a second. Taylor to the sideline. It's late. Luckily, we overthrow him. It was a half step late. Luckily, it was inaccurate because that could have gotten undercut pretty easily. A little questionable there. 2nd and 10. Let's see what we got. Single high safety coverage. Oh, what a good route by Taylor. What great separation. And he gets out of bounds. That was gorgeous. Check this out. Little post corner. Look at that separation right there. Bop. And then fights him off. Gets out of bounds. Oh, and I'm excited for Chandler Taylor's future. Obviously caught the big deep ball, but shows that he can run great routes there too. Man. Love that. Love, love, love that. You know what? Double blitzing of the tight end here. Let's see. Can the protection hold up? Barely. To the sideline looking for Matthews. Slightly wide. It was a desperation throw. It was either going to be a throwaway or an attempt, but was all we could really muster. I don't mind this formation because I like what it did to the defense. I just wish we wouldn't have had a play action call on right there on that play, because the play action call was tough. But I like the idea of asking one of these guys to cover Cedric Britt in space. I don't think they're ready for that smoke. Here we go. Lobbed, undercut. Golly. An underthrown ball by Morris. Right here, all you got to do is put that high and away to the sideline, which is what I tried to do by tapping triangle. And it's undercut by White, the linebacker, who had no business being anywhere close to that play. And it's our first INT with Morris, second turnover on the day. I was looking for Cedric Britt deep up the sideline. It wasn't there. And then Tommy's flashing. He's wide open. And right here, when I decide to throw it, there's no reason this ball should be intercepted. I mean, when I decide to throw it, he's running to the sideline and he's 5 yards behind the linebacker. But by the time he lobs this duck out here, this guy turns his hips, it's well inside and underthrown, and it's a big INT for North Carolina State. Big in the sense that I don't think they're going to turn it into a score, but they could, but mostly because it prevents us from scoring. I absolutely felt like we were going to score at least a field goal there. 2 timeouts left. That's just more frustrating than anything else, man. That, like, precision passing that they have in Madden, like, we need that in the new game. Because, like, obviously, the only option there is to go high and outside. The ball can't be underthrown. You can only overthrow him to the sideline in that situation. So for this guy to just, like, go crazy athlete and make the play. They try to get cheeky and run it on first down. Doesn't do very much for them. They only got 2 with Potts. They called the timeout. 2 timeouts left. Williams looking to run. He's in all kinds of trouble. Tyrone Hooper gets back there. His first sack of the day. And they take their second timeout. It's going to leave them with a 3rd and 14. Huge, huge work by the boys here. And I think we're going to go a little cover 2 spy. See if we can't make sure that this fool doesn't get anything cheap on us. I'm good with the check down. Yep, that's fine. And he dropped it anyway. Good job by the Marshall D. Going to be able to get out of here in terms of this particular possession. No damage. Eric Love on the return, breaks a tackle, breaks 2 tackles and falls forward. With only 13 seconds left and your backup QB, not thinking anything tricky at all. I might still run just a little something. Because if it breaks, it breaks. But, yeah, not trying to do anything too crazy here. Nice move by Morris. Falling forward. Probably should have been smart and just taken the knee. Because if he fumbles that there, it's a good spin. If I could have just gotten that pickup block by Landry, maybe. But, unfortunately, it does not pop. 24-7 in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl College Football Playoff quarterfinal. I keep saying semifinal because I forget that it's 8 and not 4. Quarterfinal. We got Nissans doing donuts at halftime on the field. It's crazy. Innovation that excites. I remember when that was the thing. Up and down first half for Morris. Up and down first half for the offensive line. Up and down first half for the defense. So, not our A-plus game, but doing enough to take a, 3-score lead into half. I'll take it. Coach Mayo, I'm sure, is happy. So, well, that's probably not true. He's probably pretty pissed. But in general, they do outrush us by 40 yards. We outpass them by 100. They have the time of possession, but they've turned it over more. What a crazy first half. Wow. And we are underway in the third. Thompson gets it up into the air. Luckily, McCullum, the guy who's been killing us, isn't going to return it. It's going to be Potts, the running back. He's hard to tackle, but he's not particularly fast. 2 sacks, an INT. Only gave up 175 yards. I say only. Felt like we gave up a little bit more than we should have, but we really did bend, don't break it, and we gave them the ball more than we should have. 2 turnovers. So, okay. It's a run to the right with Williams. As he powers through our boy Daniels, Young gets there. Not before 12, and I'm going to tell you the truth. I hit down on the hit stick trying to flip that guy upside down with Kenneth Daniels, and he's just not quite strong enough. That boy Williams is he's hard to bring down, man. He's fast. He's got some power to him. He's tough. This guy is tough. There's a good play. As you heard the thud by Ryan Young. He's big enough to bring him down at all 6'6", 235 pounds of Ryan Young. That's a nice play. Absolutely. He's continuing to be such a stud for us. Obviously has the biggest play, biggest individual effort of the game, but just in general, the way he tackles, such a solid tackler. As Williams gets out the backside, Scott Ward can't make the tackle. Hooper chasing the play from behind does. The zone read keeper and the ability of this freaking quarterback to do what he does continues to cause all kinds of issues for us. We've been doing a lot of QB spies, but the zone read is so powerful in this game that there's not a lot you can do when they decide to run it. They're just kind of on along for the ride. There's a run left by Potts. We cut him down, slow him down, as Sullivan is able to get in there. Hey, give him credit. Time of possession, run game. They've been kind of giving it to us, to be honest. We're the #1 rush defense in all of college football, but have not looked that solid yet today. As they motion the tight end over. And he's going to throw that one away. He might not have been throwing it away, but he might have airmailed it. Either way, Williams incomplete on second as they tried to get a little cute, throwing it downfield. 3rd and 5, I feel like that's slightly too far for them to still be looking to throw it, or to run it, excuse me. So we're going to expect the throw. I'm going to play some last-minute press coverage here. Just on the backside. Williams checks the play. He's going to find his tight end. Oh, no, he finds Houston or Wilson. Joey Wilson over the middle on the slant route. Good timing. Damn, that was a nice pitch and catch. You know what? It's not over, folks. It is not over. As we saw last week with us coming back, doing our thing. Late game heroics by us last week. This game is not over. There's the counter run. Daniels gets over there and great tackle. Grabs him up by the shoulders. I didn't try to hit stick that time, and it worked. Kenny Daniels, so good. He's such a stud, but man, these guys have been tough to deal with today. I'm still really loving the man coverage thing. I think our DBs and safeties are way better than their wide receivers, but it's just been a stressful day as far as some of that's concerned. Aaron Sowell breaks it up. Oh, he should have had the INT. I initially tapped triangle and then started tapping the SWAT button. It didn't work, but man, oh man, that should have, what could have been, you know? Here we go, big sitch. We're going to quarterback spy, and I'm going to let my defensive ends who are legit do their thing. Late back across the sideline to Wilcox. How in the world did he complete this? Pass interference on the offense. I think, yes, this was a play. This was a screenplay that just took too long to develop. That's why that guy sprung open late. They were pass blocking downfield. No wonder he got freed up. We are going to accept that penalty. We're going to back him up. I actually don't mind kind of staying in the same sort of general formation. I think last play we were in dime or dollar. We're in dime here, I think. So 3rd and 19, screen play all the way. Potts, no. We couldn't get over there with Young. He kind of got glitched. I knew he wasn't a threat to get the first down, but Maybe they're in field goal range. Yeah, they're going to trot out the field goal kicker. I'm going to set up the return. No, I'm going to set up the safe, not the return. I don't know how far this field goal is, but there's instantly a penalty, a false start. What a huge mistake. Backs them up to a 4th and 15, 4th and 16 now. I don't think they can kick this. Yep, they cannot. So I would be on alert for the fake punt, but from the 42, it's like a 4th and 16. Wow, what a mistake. And then another one. You're going to just hit the touchback. If they could have pinned us deep, you know, that gives them a chance to flip it on us, but that is a horrible sequence there for NC State. So Marshall's going to take over at the 20. I am obsessed with the idea of Cedric Britt getting some man-to-man coverage. Oh, God. William. Jesus. I knew for a fact that that guy was all over William, but I thought he could get out in front of him, and as soon as I clicked onto William Matthews, he did not get anywhere near him. He just, like, lost the race to the football, unfortunately. Not at all what we were going for. Dangerous throw. Could have been a real big problem. I think we did a good job fighting back to the ball, to be honest. A little safety blitz. No. Morris fumbles it. And it's not much better. Whether it's the INT or the fumble. This one bumps in to the DB. And it's a horrible turnover by the freshman. Just devastating. And to be honest, it's on me, but kind of not really. This is just weird. We read this right. That's definitely a hold. But then this guy flying upfield, this feels like he's coming for me 100%. So I'm already hitting L1 at this point. And then he misses. He doesn't hit me. And then the ball hits him. That's what happens here. Right at this point, I know I'm supposed to read him, and it looks like he is going to be on me. His arms come out. He's going to make the tackle. So I tap L1 to get this thing out to Matthews. And it hits him in the freaking rib cage. And it's scooped up. And all of a sudden, NC State capitalizes on a turnover. That is so unlucky. Genuinely. Like, ridiculously unlucky. We run that play 9 times straight. And that happens 1 time. There's just no shot. Oh, heartbreaking. Well, quick change situation. Got to make a play. Nice play by Ryan Young, though. Beautifully done by 50. Having a great day. All kinds of tackles flying all over the field. Hits the QB. A lot of game left, indeed. A lot of game left, indeed. We still have the lead. We can still do something just calm here. Hold them to 3. Doesn't change it. Keeps it at a 14-point game. I'm not super worried, but we gotta be smart. Potts going nowhere. Ryan Young continuing to be massive today. Beautiful. I keep waiting down at the bottom for them to show me how many tackles Ryan Young has. And they continue to not show me, but I'm telling you, he's having a hell of a game. He's having a hell of a game. Here we go. On a 3rd and 10. Wow. Great D. David Watkins in man coverage all over that thing. Exactly what you want your cornerback 1 to do. Sets up the 4th and 10. As he gets his hand up in there, swats it down. Under 6 to go in the 3rd. And they come on and drill the chippy. 10-point game, 24-10. Good job by the D not to mess that up. You had a really questionable situation on the fumble situation. We're all right. We kind of weather that storm and we get to reset. Casey's going to run it out. Gets a block or two, has some room. Casey with a huge convoy. Does he have the speed to finish it off? The Heisman Trophy winner with the biggest play of the season. 104 to the house. Strike a pose, Casey Smith. Man, this team. I wasn't sure. I could tell we were a few steps out, or into the end zone, I should say, when this ball gets in our hands. But that's exactly what you're hoping for. We get all the blocks we need outright, a little friendly fire there, and then these guys, just the punter to beat, essentially. And Matthew Sullivan is beating up the punter. That's a tight end, no chance. And it is a Casey Smith Heisman moment in the college football playoff, and what an answer. Chat, you're saying it, King, when you're all over it. Great answer. Questionable situation, and how about the team picking up the QB? 1 interception, 2 fumbles for the true freshman quarterback, but you get a special teams touchdown, you get a defensive touchdown, and that is literally the difference between this game being a 7-point game and a 21-point game. That is what championship teams do, baby. Let's get it. Now, can we force them into more mistakes and put this thing officially on ice is the real question. That we've yet to see. So we continue to just sort of leak water as we play defense. Marshall fans still in it as Potts freaking finds a hole. Can we catch him? Kenneth Daniels on his horse is going to be able to bring him down. It's just a straight quarter running back dive. It's a running back dive that just busts open for 60 casually. Jeez. This reminds me of like season 3 Marshall, where that team, I guess season 2 Marshall, we just would give up huge untimely run plays. I mean, just insane. That just was a really good, well-blocked play. It's kind of unfortunate, but as they go quick draw, nice job, Ryan Young, Matt Webb. Ryan Young's got 8 tackles, 4 of them for loss. 50 is everywhere today. Huge. You just can't talk about how huge he's been and how much we need him. Cannot understate it. We're going to bring a little heat here. I love that box. Pressure. Oh, somehow Daryl Johnson, some random dude, is able to beat our man coverage outside, and he's got it 1st and goal. So for all the things we talked about in terms of being right there, pretty much non-existent. We've given up a huge play, and now they're inside the 5-yard line. Oh, as they speed it, nice play by Corey Brown. A little horse collar action, but he's able to wrangle down the quarterback. Huge. He was the only guy out there. Okay. Multiple defensive ends, multiple tight ends on the field for the Wolfpack. Just everybody's in there. McCullum, the kick returner, scooped up by Jermaine Johnson. His 3rd TFL on the day. He also has a sack, playing his ass off. Huge. And they are going to go 3rd and goal from about the 5, and they have 5 wide receivers in the game. That is terrifying. They have 4 wide receivers and a really good tight end. Oh, boy. Looking left to the end zone. Will Nugent on the out route. That is a dangerous throw, but Williams with good timing against man coverage gets the out route against Ryan Young, who just can't stay with 86 underneath. I was terrified that Williams was going to tuck and run, so I tried to use the defensive tackle, play a little spy coverage. But that's a good throw. Give NC State credit, not giving up. And they cut the lead back to 14. Under 4 to play in the third. I don't think they're anywhere near onside kick time. No, they're not. They're chilling. Ding, 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 ding. As much as I love long kickoff returns, I'm going to try to play this safe. We need a slightly sustained drive for the offense, to be honest, or for the defense. The defense needs a rest. Okay. Now, what are we going to call matriculate this ball down the field? Such a great sports phrase. Zone read it here. As they get to Casey Smith. No, they do not. As he cuts it up inside. Got around the edge, has 10. He's up to 54 yards, only 10 carries. Just simply not enough. We've had a big touchdown play. We've had a possession. We've had multiple possessions cut off by the fact that we've turned it over. We've got the touchdown pass. So it's partially the way the game has flowed, but it's also partially the fact that Casey has just not been needed. Not been needed. We use him to pick up the first there, which was a nice little play. I wish this playbook had a play action play in it. And it does here. I do not love what we have. We'll swap it to a run here to Smith. We cut it back on our own, juking. He gets hit, stumbles. He's got 6. And we are moving the ball. Finally getting Casey a little bit of action, and we're going to slow the pace just a little bit more. We've not gone fast by any means, but we're going to go even slower. Try to milk this thing into the fourth quarter a little bit. And I don't love that any of those run plays. We got Jeff Clemens in the game. So, well, Casey might be back in there. Clemens was in it. Yeah, Clemens is in it. Under 2 to go in the third. We're going to go a little counter. First time all day. Clemens has some room. Breaking tackles, falling down. He's got 8 and a nice first down by Jeff. Big time play there. I'm telling you, that counter, it is a very powerful play. And it goes for 8 and a first down there. Yes, sir. We just need Roy to be really clean. There's Morris. Can he make a few guys miss? He powers through a DB. 25 yards. Good zone read keeper by the true freshman who's got some good speed. Speed in the 80s. Good little run power. He probably would have broken that tackle too. 16's fired up, and he, most importantly, did not turn the freaking ball over, which is really all I could ask for. So there we go. There we go. I do not love this play for this formation, but I'm out of time. Nice job by Mason, the DB. Really should have flipped it out, but he ran a great route, so I wasn't mad about the route at all, but even better defense. We've been a pesky North Carolina State D. To be honest, they have not been easy to crack, especially relative to what I think their skill level is, but hey, give him credit. Casey Smith keeping his balance somehow in all that traffic. Able to get 11, and this has been a statement drive by the Heisman Trophy winner, getting himself going, getting fired up. 7-play, 60-yard drive and counting so far. Offensive line coming together. Casey Smith breaking tackles, keeping his feet. That is one of the toughest 4-yard runs you'll ever find. I don't know how the heck he's keeping his balance, but he's doing it somehow. And that should take us to the start of the fourth. Marshall knocking on the door. 14-point lead. Both teams scoring a few times in the third. Big time fourth quarter upcoming here. Let's dial up something good, huh? How does that sound? Underneath to William. Picks up a slight block from Thomas Webb on accident. That play was a little clunky. But that ended up working like a tunnel screen. There we go. Beautiful. That's going to get us right up into scoring position inside the 1. 2 tight ends in the game. Little shotgun set. Smith, inside give. As easy as you like. Scoring from 1 yard out of the Heisman Trophy winner with his 2nd touchdown on the day. Yes, sir. Well blocked up front. That was a great drive by the O-line. Those guys moved NC State, who I think is probably getting a little tired on D, especially as they were out there for a very long drive. Up 3 scores again as we get the 4th quarter going. Barring a complete meltdown, we should have this thing in hand. Like I said, NC State giving us more of a game than they did earlier in the year. McCullum just does not fall down on first contact, dude. He has been insane. Chandler Taylor, Ryan Young. Huge first half scores. And then, of course, the biggest one, 104 for Casey Smith. Damn. This has been a fun game. Frustrating at times, but very fun. So thank you guys for holding it down and hanging out. Appreciate you guys watching the VOD, liking and sharing. It all helps. I'm very grateful for you guys kicking it with me on a Friday night, especially as they look to set up the screen. Sullivan was right there. Oh, Matt Webb fights forward for a 6-yard gain. I was trying to pick this off. Somehow he fights through it and is able to make that happen. Oh, man, that hurt. That hurt big time. I thought we had him. It has been entertaining. I'm glad you guys have been entertained. That's obviously always the goal. I think it's been a fun one for me as well. I know I've enjoyed it. Good play by Jermaine Johnson. Sheds the initial block. Standing right there in the running back's way. All right, big formation for them on a 3rd and 3. Very important play upcoming. I don't know where they're going to run the ball. Got a little triple option look upcoming. Oh, my God, it's wide open behind us. Johnson behind the D, and he's going to score. We get our pants fleeced. This is the tight end Johnson. What a ballsy call. 3rd and 3. The long, slow play action. I'm not really sure what Scott Ward is doing out there. I know I'm the safety who has the responsibility of that deep half. But, like, I don't know. I feel like Scott Ward's got to run with him. I guess that wasn't really the play call, but the balls to line the tight end up, split him out. You've got 3 running backs in the backfield. This formation on 3rd and 3 does not suggest long, drawn-out play-action play and deep shot. But as you can see, they get us. They get us big time. Johnson's got enough speed. And I hate to say it, but this son of a gun is not over yet. Wow. Wow. 3 plays, 73 yards. Only took a minute off time. North Carolina State trying to rally it up. I don't think they're going to be onsiding yet, but they could be. No, they're not yet, but they're close. Bet another score and they are going to start. We're not going to return this one. Eric Love going to kneel it. The Pacific Life game summary. Both teams in the 300s and yards of total yards. First downs are pretty even. I think the turnovers are even right now. So, yeah, pretty solid game. The big difference being these special scores. Defensive touchdown, special teams touchdown, the stuff that you can't account for. Big time Casey Smith. Good run. 9 yards. Good tackle in open field. That pesky safety, man. He's made a lot of nice open field tackles on us today. Makes another one there. mean, this possession should absolutely be smart and consistent runs kind of all the way down the field. And I'm not opposed to that. I am going to try a little out the back door halfback screen, which we haven't called all day, and we catch him with it. Casey Smith, get on your horse. No! No! I thought that thing could have scored. Really good timing to call your first screen of the day with the running back. Casey's trying to get the puppies going, and he gets shoestring tackled. It's all right. Good play. Got 15. Gave him something to think about now as they take, pin their ears back and come after the run game. We might just get you. We might just sneak it on you.
Watch 23. Watch 23.
It's just got to be a good ball. It's just got to be a good ball, and it is. Lou Walker. Huge shot downfield. Ballsy shot. We loved the pre-snap. Roy gets enough time. This ball slightly underthrown. Walker couldn't fully run under it, but absolutely a huge shot that gets us down inside the 20. I think are we at the 10? Maybe we're a little closer than that. Yeah, we're about the 12. Big time throw. Got a couple tight ends running routes I like. Nope. Nobody came open. Roy's gonna run it. Roy's gonna slide it. Absolutely smart play. Keep the clock running. Don't do anything tricky. I mean, the play call to throw it on a play action up 2 scores is a bit tricky. Like probably doing a little too much. But in general, right? Like not the worst play we've ever had. And it worked out. A little William Matthews motion. Gonna stay left. Well done there. Derek Marcus couldn't hold his block. They string it out. Joseph White already has a sack in this game. Yeah, that's a good play. Good play against arguably our best offensive lineman. I mean, he's right up there with the best. Couldn't hold that block, and even if he did, he probably wasn't going to be able to defend against the other guy who was getting ready to get in there too. 3rd and 8. Still have a chance to get the touchdown, or the first down, I should say. To the back of the end zone! Oh, it's wide open. It's so wide open. It's just a tick late. And NC State gets the pick and stops us from scoring. It's such a good route from Cedric Britt. And to be honest, I see it just a tick late. My first read was going to be on Armstrong. But when I see the defense flowing to the right, I kind of come off of Armstrong because he doesn't quite get there. If I would have thrown this ball to Cedric right now, he scores. But I held it just an extra 2 or 3 beats. And even right here, if it's high and like to the back pylon, he scores. But this ball, well, it's pretty high into the back pylon. It's just late. It's just late. Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. Really solid play by them, but man, we had the right play. We just ended up having our eyes in the wrong spot to start the play. Unlucky. Webb running it. Daniels over to stop him. 2-yard pickup. Very questionable to be running the ball with the backup running back at this point of the game. I don't really know what you're going after, but 9 tackles for Ryan Young. He has been ridiculous today. 4 minutes to go. 14-point game. I don't trust that they're going to be running it. There's Williams on the run. Breaking tackles. Getting upfield. Breaking more tackles. Brett Williams. What a fucking pain in the ass this guy's been. Just barely gets out of the pocket. Sullivan can't make the tackle. Watkins whiffs. Ryan Young, again, from the rafters makes the play. But 15's got them charged up, and it is not over. They're now out to the 50. Just like that. Big time scramble. Big spot. A draw play. Webb sneaks out, has another 9. I feel like we had a good plan for that box I didn't mind that play. I thought we had a hat for a hat, but clearly not enough. Clearly not enough. 400 yards of total offense and counting for these guys. Kind of taking us to the woodshed, especially on the ground. 3 tight end set. And there's Williams doing what Williams has done all day. Zone read keeper by the quarterback. And they're going to start to speed things up a bit. 3:15 to go. Williams protected, lobbing, finding Jones. He's got 11. Little soft spot in the zone. 3 minutes. And they're moving it. Likely to throw it the rest of the way. Ryan Young bumps Williams straight into Hooper, who brings him down. Nice job to slow him up because he definitely had room. We kind of have to do that every play now. Like we're kind of at the point in this game where the only thing we can do is cover with a little like linebacker spy situation. That's pretty much all we can handle here. And a big time false start bails us out. I think it was 2nd and 9. We got to spear that quarterback. Dude, I'm trying. This guy's been ridiculous to contain today. We've historically always gotten bitten by those guys. You know, realistically, it's always been those kinds of quarterbacks that cause us the most drama, but he's been especially annoying today. Really, truly. Ooh, heard the footsteps. Dropped as he looked to throw over the middle. It does stop the clock. I'm going to quickly reset the little score bug at the bottom. Going to leave him with a 3rd and 14. Tough situation. Clearly have to throw it. Marshall can be smart here. Time is our friend. Scoreboard is our friend. We're going to play a very vanilla man coverage situation. What a play by Scott Ward. To the end zone, looking for their big target, Nugent. And Scott Ward reaches up. What a great play. I'm actually going to take a timeout here. Give our boys a chance to catch their breath. No reason to take them with us to the locker room. So let's reset all of the energy levels. And they're going to trot out. Oh, no, they're not. They changed their play. They were going to trot out 5 wide receivers. Now they're just going to run it with a few. 4th and 14. Here effectively is your ball game. Here is your ball game. And it is a draw play to the backup running back. NCAA14. No. Just no. Oh, I want so badly for the logic of that game, of this game, to be better. For everybody, for everyone involved. Us, the computer, the viewer. They turn it over on downs. And we're at that point in the game. Casey Smith making people look silly. 14 yards. We're just going to run this clock out. I doubt they're going to use their timeouts. Maybe they will. They should, but the draw play, man. The draw play. It just gets called about 100 times too often in this game, to be honest. It's just in the playbook way too much. The coaches just never get it right. They are going to start taking some timeouts. 2nd and 7, as we really shouldn't have run such a risky play, to be honest, right there. But it worked out. It worked out. I was hoping to hit a big one and really pin them back, but I wouldn't mind a jet sweep to my boy Chandler Taylor. Is he out there? Yeah, this isn't a bad play. I know it's to the short side, but Taylor needs the ball. Great speed by 6. Getting upfield, he's got a 5-yard carry, force another timeout, and it's going to leave us with a 3rd and 3. I'm not afraid to be aggressive here on 3rd and long, to be honest, or 3rd and medium like this, because This play wins the game if you get it right. So let's get aggressive. That'll work. Lou Walker. That's what we needed right there. Nice job, Roy. Nice composure. You never know how he's going to handle a throw like that. It's like so wide open, you don't want to miss him. And good job by Lou to hold on. They use their final timeout. We're staring at a minute and change. I ran right into that defensive lineman. Not on purpose. I can kneel, and I'm going to. Yes, very much. I think I wanted to make sure we could get all the way out through the 4 snaps. I'm bad at math, but the 40-second play clock, I think no matter what, it was going to take three snaps. But there it is. The victory formation. Man, oh man. What a situation. You're down to QB 2, the true freshman, who is flawed, but he's gutty. He's got a lot of heart. You got the Heisman Trophy winner, and you got the best defense probably in the country. And you tough out a tough one. 38-24, going to end up being our final. We'll come out one more time, but it should be a formality. There we go. Let's go. The back-to-back champs find another way. Coach Mayo's boys able to get it done. Play of the game, they're saying, is Ryan Young's fumble touchdown. Fumble return for touchdown. I mean, I can't argue. The Casey Smith kickoff return was a great play, but I don't think anything happens without that Ryan Young play. I mean, that play changed the entire dimension of how this game was going. Huge. Insanely huge by us. NC State, very sad. 221 all-purpose yards, 2 touchdowns. Well-deserved for the Heisman winner. He ended up picking it up in the second half. Roy Morris deserves all the love and kudos from the fellas. NC State into the locker room. Big sad. I mean, what an incredible game. Truly. Great job by Cedric Taylor. He was insane today. Chandler Taylor, I should say. The Ryan Young play. Going to go down in history. Like, do you remember the Ryan Young play? It's how it's going to go, you know? Always. I'm scrolling to get some music back up. Just wild though, for real. Wow. There we go. What a great game. I appreciate you guys being here and watching, hanging out. I'll go quick through the stats. Scoring summary. First half was ours. Really, third quarter was theirs. They had us on the ropes a bit. But both teams score in the fourth, and we coast. Quick look at the team stats. 38-24. We end up being just 2 yards shy of them on offense. They ran it for 242 and a touchdown. Wow, I didn't realize they ran it on us that bad. We do throw for 277. We lose the third down conversion rate for the first time, I think, ever. And we are an inefficient 2 for 1 in the red zone on 5 attempts. And we lose the turnover battle. There's a world where this game just shouldn't be won by us. It's a very real world. You know what I mean? It absolutely could happen. Morris, 12 of 21 for just under 60%, 277, touchdown, 2 INTs, a sack, and a fumble. 2 sacks and a fumble, I should say. Williams, 15 of 22 for 68% passing, 2 touchdowns and INT. He also had a fumble, 2 fumbles actually, and 2 sacks. Insane, man. Casey gets over 100 yards rushing. Williams and Potts combined for 180 and change for them. Webb added a few more. Quite an insane game. Taylor leads us, 3 catches, basically 100 yards and a touchdown. He was our best player. And Daryl Johnson, the tight end, leads them. He hit the 68-yarder on us. Wow. 3 pancakes for Tommy Webb. Landry and Thomas gave up sacks. Boyd gave up a sack. And Schmidt gave up a sack. Let's check defensively. Let's see what happened. Ryan Young, 12 tackles, leads the team. 11 of them solo. 5 TFLs. Insane game for him. A sack for Johnson, a sack for Hooper. 1 INT came early from David Watkins, but what about that game from Ryan Young? Holy dude. 6'6", 233, true junior, and a stud, man. One of the most athletic linebackers I've ever played with. Reed led the team for them in tackles with 7. They get a sack from Harrington and White, and they get the INT from Romero in the back of the end zone late, and from White, the linebacker, who made that ridiculous play on us in the first half. And let's see. I don't want to see punting stats. I want to see returns. There we go. McCullum ended up with 150, which is unreal. He was so hard to tackle. Casey Smith, the only return goes for 100. So 103 and a score for Smith. Wow, what a game. I'll go ahead and save it. It wasn't an instant classic, but that was super fun, and I'm very grateful for you guys hanging out. We'll go ahead and go back to the lobby. We'll save this so we can see the next bracket, and that'll be the end for today. There's your top performers. Insane stuff. We win the Peach Bowl, we get a trophy. You love to see it. I'll go ahead and save here. There we go. Save. Okay, now, I'm going to make sure I don't mess this up. We'll go back here. I'll close out of the game, and we'll go back into the Dynasty tool, so you guys can see what we got cooking. Okay, back to the Dynasty tool. Back into the season. College football playoff, 12-team playoff. We should be in the semis. It should be load the semis. Right? Should be right here. And there you have it. I'm going to save that file just so you guys we can use it in promos. We are on to the semis. You got Marshall taking on Wisconsin in the Capital One Orange Bowl, and you got Pitt taking on Illinois in the Cotton Bowl. Very cool to see 3 new teams that we've never had in the college football playoff. That's going to be super fun, and I'm fired up. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. Our Dynasty is saved, so the next time we load it up, this is what it'll look like. And that is what we have coming in the next episode, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging in there. It was a bit longer stream today because we ended up having some stuff to work through on the Dynasty tooltip, but I'm very grateful for the love and support. I hope you guys are having as much fun as I am. I will catch you in the next stream. We're down to the final 4 as Season 6 comes to a close. You guys are the best. Thanks for rocking with me. I'll holler at you next time. Peace.